You've probably lived this before. You're talking to a woman, the conversation flows, you laugh, everything seems fine. But deep down you're asking yourself, why is there still no real connection between us? You have good energy, you're respectful, you're genuine, you do your best. But you still don't feel that she feels something special for me vibe. Most men, at this point, try to be funnier, try to look smarter, try to tell more interesting stories. They keep trying to prove themselves. But the real problem is much simpler. The woman doesn't feel truly seen, understood, and relaxed when she's with you. That's why your words matter. A small sentence said at the right time can completely change how she sees you. It can soften her defenses and move you in her mind from just another guy to someone I feel good around. Now I'm going to show you those 6 sentences that make a woman feel more special, more relaxed, and more curious about you, and how to use them with the right tone at the right moment. If you're ready, let's start. The first sentence is, "There's something about you I really like. I just can't quite figure out what it is." This sentence is very soft, but much stronger than it looks. Imagine you're talking. She's telling a story, laughing, using her hands, her energy is flowing. In that moment, you can say this sentence with a slight smile. Why is it so effective? Because most men compliment what they can see. You're so beautiful. Your hair looks great. I like your outfit. These aren't bad, but they're very common. Everyone says them. Here, you're going beyond her looks. You're focusing on her energy. When you say, "There's something about you I like, but I can't quite name it," you show interest, and you also leave a bit of mystery. She naturally starts thinking, what did he notice about me? When you say this, your tone should be calm. Make eye contact, but don't stare in a tense way. Speak like a thought just slipped out of your mouth. You don't need to be dramatic. The more relaxed you are, the more relaxed she feels. There's one more detail here. After you say it, don't be afraid of a little silence. Don't rush to explain yourself. If you start adding, "because of this," "because of that," you can kill the magic. Sometimes leaving a bit of space in her mind makes the sentence more powerful. Her curiosity works in your favor. This creates a small but warm spark between you. She feels like you notice something unseen in her. That alone can move you to a more special place in her mind. The second sentence, "I really like the way you tell a story." You can use this when she's talking excitedly about something. It might be her job, a show she likes, a childhood memory, or a funny story about her friends. What matters is that you're really listening. Most men only listen to respond. They wait for their turn to talk. You're doing something different. You're noticing the way she expresses herself. When you say, "I really like the way you tell a story," you're not just talking about her words. You're talking about her energy, her expressions, her voice, her whole presence. Why does this work so well? Because she feels, I'm not just attractive because of how I look. My mind and my energy are also interesting for him. That feeling makes a woman open up more. She shares more details, laughs more, and feels safer being herself because she feels seen. You can think of it like this. She's telling you about something that happened at work. You don't only focus on what happened, you notice how she tells it. You see the light in her eyes, the change in her voice. Then you say, "I really like the way you tell a story. It's actually fun to listen to you." That kind of sentence can turn a normal conversation into a moment with emotional weight. How should you say it? Slow down a bit. Show with your eyes that you're really listening. Say it like you've just realized something true and you're sharing it. "I really like the way you tell a story." Then, don't push the topic. Just let it sit. It gives a quiet sense of safety. This is how connection starts, with small moments of real noticing. The third sentence. When you talk like that, you really make people want to listen. This sentence is a little deeper. You need to catch a moment when she's really expressing herself. If she has a rich inner world and likes sharing her thoughts, this one hits hard. Most compliments are about appearance. Here, you're praising her impact. When you say, "When you talk like that, you really make people want to listen," your message is, your energy makes listening to you enjoyable. It's a subtle but very attractive signal. Think about it like this. Being with her doesn't feel like just passing time. It feels like an experience. When she feels that, she also feels special. It feeds the idea, I'm not ordinary. Being with me feels different. How should you say it? Let your eyes smile a bit. Keep your tone warm and simple, not overexcited, not fake. Say it like you're just stating a fact you've noticed. When you talk like that, you really make people want to listen. And then, don't overload it with extra words. Let the sentence do its job. Most of the time, she'll be a bit surprised, then smile. Inside, she'll think, so he actually feels better when he's with me. That thought makes her want to connect with you more. People naturally move closer to those they feel good around. The fourth sentence, I like that you said that. This is an insanely simple sentence, but most men never use it. When a woman makes a comment, cracks a small joke, or shares a personal thought, many guys just respond with, yeah, or change the topic. Without realizing it, they weaken the connection. This is where your sentence comes in. I like that you said that. Why does it work? Because it shows that what she said actually did something inside you. You didn't just hear it, you felt it. It takes the conversation from surface level to something warmer. It's basically a short way of saying, your words leave a mark on me. There's a small extra trick here. After you say it, you don't have to repeat exactly what she said, but you can add a tiny detail if you want. For example, I like that you said that. It sounded really genuine. Or, I like that you said that. I like your perspective. This makes the effect a bit stronger. How should you say it? Pause. Smile. Look into her eyes for a second and say calmly, I like that you said that. You don't need a long explanation after. The feeling is enough. When she hears it, she thinks, I'm not just talking into the air. What I say actually affects him. This feeling pulls people closer. We all want our words to land somewhere, not just disappear. The fifth sentence, there's something really calming about you. This sentence can stay in a woman's heart for a long time. Use it in a moment where you honestly feel good and relaxed around her. The conversation is natural. Even silence doesn't feel awkward. That's the perfect time. For many women, I feel peaceful with this man is more valuable than simple physical attraction. Peace, safety, and ease are what makes someone want to stay. Why is this sentence so strong? Because it places you as someone who relaxes around her, not tenses up. And at the same time, it tells her, you bring calm into my life. You honor her, and you're honest about your feeling. You can picture it like this. You've had a long day, you're tired, your mind is full. You meet her, talk for a few minutes, and you notice your stress is fading. Right there you say, by the way, there's something really calming about you. That doesn't just make her happy. It also deepens the connection between you. How should you say it? Lower your voice a little, talk slowly and softly, like you've just understood something about her. By the way, there's something really calming about you. Let your face soften. Don't rush. Most of the time, you'll see her expression soften too. She might look away for a second, or smile shyly and say, really? This is one of those compliments she doesn't hear very often, but needs the most. The sixth sentence, talking to you feels really easy. This might be the simplest sentence on the list, but it's also one of the deepest. It's not flashy, it's not flirty on the surface, but emotionally, it hits home. When you say, talking to you feels really easy, your message is, you're not stressful for me. You don't drain my energy. I can be myself with you. This is especially powerful for women who often feel misunderstood or who feel like they have to be strong all the time around others. It gives them permission to relax. How should you say it? Pick a moment when the conversation is already flowing naturally. Then, casually say, by the way, talking to you feels really easy. Don't exaggerate it. Don't turn it into a big dramatic moment. Its power is in its simplicity. When she hears this, she often thinks, so I'm a safe place for him. That thought makes you more attractive in a very real way. People bond with those who make them feel lighter, not heavier. Now, there are 3 important things you need to remember when you use these sentences. First, don't say them if you don't feel them. If you say, there's something calming about you, but inside you feel nothing, your voice will expose you. Women are very sensitive to tone and energy. They feel the smallest fake note. So first, let yourself feel the moment. Then speak. If it doesn't feel right, you don't have to force it. Use another sentence that fits better. Second, timing. Use these when the conversation is flowing naturally. If you're arguing, if the tension is high, or if the mood is off, these lines won't land well. They might even sound fake. The best moments are when you're both relaxed, walking together, having coffee, sitting somewhere, talking quietly, laughing about something. Third, don't expect instant magic. Don't say a sentence and then stare at her, waiting for a huge reaction. Some women will soften immediately. Some will just smile. Some will simply say, thank you, and move on. That's okay. The goal is not a dramatic reaction. The goal is to change the emotional atmosphere between you over time. One more small note. You don't have to use all 6 sentences with every woman. Different women respond to different energies. Some love humor, some love emotional depth, some like calm and slow conversations. Over time, you'll feel which sentence fits which kind of woman. The key is not putting yourself into a rigid script. The key is actually observing her and finding the tone that fits. If a sentence feels totally unnatural to you, skip it. The most attractive thing is not the sentence itself, it's the ease and honesty with which you say it. And remember, these sentences are not only for women you're romantically interested in. You can use this style of speaking with a friend, a coworker, even a family member. You'll notice your relationships becoming deeper, warmer, and more real. Because at the core, we all want the same things: to be seen, to be heard, and to be accepted as we are. When you become one of the few men who can give that, it's impossible not to stand out. Don't forget this: in a woman's life, everyone is trying to get her attention. Very few people really see her. With these 6 sentences, you're basically saying, I don't just see your face, your body, your photos. I see your energy, your way of talking, the peace you bring, the effect you have. That's what separates you from the rest. Start small. Stay natural. Let this way of speaking slowly become your new normal. Then, whatever else you add on top, flirt, humor, charm, it will all sit on a strong, real foundation. Finally, imagine this little scene. You're sitting in a cafe together. She's telling you about her day, sometimes laughing, sometimes getting serious. The old you would just nod and listen. Now, you catch the right moment and calmly say, by the way, there's something really calming about you. She pauses, looks at you. Her eyes soften. Maybe she smiles and asks, really? You say, yeah, I mean it. And then you just go back to the normal flow of conversation. That's the whole difference. You didn't do anything huge. You didn't perform. You just expressed a real feeling with the right words in a calm tone. After this video, I want you to do one simple thing. In the next few days, try at least one of these 6 sentences with a woman in your life in a small and natural moment. Then, notice her face. You probably won't make a big deal out of it.